that meeting today, don't you remember?
No, you never told me.
Of course I did. At least I think I did. Oh, I know I told somebody.
Me, Mom. You told me.
Leah, I'm sorry. This is a really important meeting. But I have a surprise for you. Guess who's coming over?
Who? Oh, weirdo.
Her name is Lindsay.
Yeah, and I thought you liked her, Adam.
I do, but you gotta admit, she is a little different.
Yeah, different in a good way.
Yeah, so see, you're gonna have a great time with her today. I bet you won't even know I'm gone.
But when are we gonna bake cookies?
Soon, I promise. Now I've gotta go. They just texted me they want to start this meeting early. Lindsay will be here in a couple minutes. Adam, keep the door locked until she gets here. And listen for the doorbell.
Mom, what do we even need a babysitter for anyway? Don't you think I'm getting old enough and responsible enough to be left home by myself?
I gotta go. We'll talk about that later, Mr. Responsible.
Mom, how many times have I told you, don't mess with the hair?
Bye, baby. Be good. Both of you.
Leah, come on. Don't you think I could make a great babysitter?
Do I have to answer that question?
Lucky for you, you were saved by the bell. I'll get it. Namaste.
Namaste to you too. I'm glad to see you remember.
Come on in. My mom's meantime got moved up.
Ah, your mom sounds like a very busy lady these days.
Yeah.
Wow, it sure looks different in here.
Yeah, new job, new furniture. I like the old couch better. I'm not even allowed to put my feet on this one. Come on in. My sister's in here.
Hi, Leah. Why the sad face? What happened?
Well, my mom and I were supposed to make Christmas cookies today, but she had to go to work. She's always at work, and she's never around anymore. But when she is, she's too busy to spend time with me.
Too busy for you? Wow, that is busy. You know what? That reminds me of a story I know. Not just any story, but a Christmas story about a lady who was so busy that she missed out on the opportunity of a lifetime.
The opportunity of a lifetime?
What was her name?
Her name was Babushka, but today she's often known as the Russian Santa Claus.
Russian Santa Claus? Why?
Well, I'd like to tell you, but it would be a lot more fun and much easier if we went to Babushka's village first.
Oh boy, here we go again.
Oh no! The plane is gone! Mom replaced it with all of her fancy furniture.
Not to worry, Leah. No fancy furniture ever stood in the way of an imagination, and we're not going to let it start now. Let's see.
What was that?
Well, my friends, there may not be a plane, but it sounds like there's a boat ready and waiting for us. Well, don't just stand there. This ship is ready to haul anchor and set sail.
I'm not getting under there.
Come on, Adam, we haven't got all day. I want to get to Russia and meet Babushka.
That's right, and it is a rather long trip. Why, look. You see, we are right here in the United States of America. And we have to go all the way across the Pacific Ocean over here to the country of Russia. By boat, this is a very, very long trip. It could take several days or even weeks. But with our imagination technology, I suspect we'll be arriving shortly. All aboard!
Come on, Adam, hurry up.
All right. But I'm not riding in some cargo hold. Count it. There's enough for all of us there. We're going first class.
Way to use your imagination. And just in time, too. Everybody to the upper deck. Right there. Okay, take a seat. That's it. We're ready to set sail. But, oh, wait a minute. Where's the crew on this boat? Oh, never mind. Guess I'll just have to do it myself.
What do you think you're doing?
What does it look like she's doing? She's pulling up the anchor.
Oh, there it is. I've done it. Oh, we're off to sea. I hope none of you get seasick.
Bon voyage.
Yes, bon voyage.
But we're not even moving.
What's that? I can hear you over the sound of the blowing wind and the crashing waves.
Ow.
As you know, an imagination is a terrible thing to waste.
Wow, this is great. There's nothing like being on the open waters.
I agree.
Look, it's a whale. It's swimming right by our boat. Hello, Mr. Whale.
Leah, come on. It's a stuffed dog.
No, it's not, Adam. It's a gray whale. We learned about them in school. They live in the Bering Sea for part of the year. Then they migrate to warmer waters. Wait a minute. Bering Sea. That's near Russia. That must mean we're getting close.
Right you are. Ooh, I can already feel the air getting colder.
Me too.
You know what? It can get very, very cold in Russia. In fact, in some places, the temperatures can get as low as -60 degrees Fahrenheit.
Wow, that's cold.
Yes, it is. Which is why we'd better get you dressed appropriately. There we are. And now that we're safely docked, we're off to meet Babushka. But first, allow me to properly greet you. Здравствуйте.
What was that?
Здравствуйте. That's how you say hello in the Russian language.
Well, I can't say that. It's impossible.
Au contraire. Now, Adam, the first rule of speaking any foreign language is you cannot be afraid of making mistakes. So come on, give it a try.
Zdravstvuyte.
Здравствуйте.
Pretty good. Now, Babushka lived at the bottom of a very, very tall mountain. Watch your step. It's quite icy. Now, Babushka's cottage looked a little something like this. Oh yes, it was cozy, just like this, but no, it was not nearly so messy, for Babushka was an immaculate housekeeper. Hold on a minute. Where is Babushka? Hello? Babushka? Are you home?
Well, I guess not.
Well, I cannot tell this story without Babushka.
Well, I hope you find her then.
Not to worry, I will. Just you wait. Oh, here we are. Yes. Now, as I was saying, Babushka was an excellent housekeeper. She was also a very old lady. In fact, the very name Babushka means grandmother in the Russian language. Well, don't just stand there, Babushka. You've got some cleaning to do, especially if you want to keep up your reputation as having the tidiest house in the whole village.
Wait, her tidy? Hi, you should see her room. She hates cleaning.
Well, it wasn't so much that Babushka liked cleaning. Instead, she did it to keep her mind off of something very sad. You see, many years ago, Babushka's sweet child had died when she was no more than a babe. Babushka tried not to think about it, but every once in a while, when she was sweeping under the bed, she'd come across the basket of toys she'd once been collecting for the child. Every time she saw them, it made her feel so lonely.
Poor Babushka. I mean, I miss you, my sweet child.
On those particularly lonely days, Babushka would look out her window and watch the children playing.
What window?
This window.
I see them! I see the children! They're playing and laughing too. I said I hear them laughing. There they are, such sweet children. Brr, it's cold outside.
Just as Babushka was about to get back to work, she saw something out of the corner of her eye. It was some strangely dressed men and large creatures with humps on their backs.
Camels?
Just then,
Hi, Leo. We just stopped by to do...
Здравствуйте.
So what? What are you talking about, and what are you wearing?
I should be asking you the same question. You're the strangely dressed man. I'm Babushka.
come on in.
Wait a minute. Before I invite them in, don't you think I should find out who they are? It's not a good idea to let strangers into your house. So, who are you and what do you want?
That's when they explained that they were kings from the east.
That's right. You heard her. We're kings, and we're coming inside. Wait a minute. If we're kings, shouldn't you bow down or something?
Now. These were good kings. And there were 3 of them. Один, два, три. How perfect. You.
Yeah, I like this. But I'm a girl. How am I supposed to be a king?
It shouldn't be too hard. Just give me 1 second. There.
Oh, that crown looks good on you.
Thanks. Yours does too.
Thanks.
Now, these kings were in search of another king, even greater than themselves. And they had been following a star, which they believed would lead them to the place where that king would be born as a tiny babe.
Wait a minute. How can he be a great king and a tiny babe at the same time?
Well, Babushka was wondering the very same thing. But when she saw how tired, cold, and hungry her visitors were after their long journey, she ushered them into her kitchen where they could warm up by the fire and get a hot meal.
Come in. You must be hungry after your long journey.
Now, not only was Babushka a wonderful housekeeper, she was also an excellent cook. So she offered her guests some of her homemade pelmeni.
Pelmeni? What's that?
Pelmeni are Russian dumplings. But who wants to talk about them when you can taste them for yourselves?
It's got meat inside. These are tasty. Do you have any more, Babushka?
Sure. What are those?
Well, because they were going to visit a king on his birthday, they had decided it was best not to travel empty-handed.
Oh, so they were bringing gifts.
Exactly. Gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
I hope I got the gold.
Well, I wouldn't be so quick to hope that. You see, back in Babushka's time, frankincense was a rich perfume that was worth just as much as gold. And myrrh, which was known for its healing properties, was worth 7 times the price of gold.
Oh, I hope I got the myrrh.
But what kind of gifts are those for a baby?
Well, Leah, if Babushka, if you've got a better idea of a gift, why don't you come along and give it to the baby king yourself?
With that, the kings began to yawn, and they drifted off to sleep right at the table. While the king slept, Babushka began to think about their invitation to join them in the journey to meet the baby king. How exciting it would be. And she did love babies, but she was just a poor peasant. What was she going to be able to give to a king?
I know, the basket of toys. The baby king will love these.
And so Babushka made up her mind. She would join the kings on their journey.
I'm not out for naps. Are you ready to roll or what? Yeah, come on, Babushka. We have a star to follow.
Well, Babushka was all ready to go with the kings until she had to look at her table. It was a mess. Oh, there were crumbs and dirty dishes everywhere. Oh, she could never leave her house like that.
I better stay and clean up. I'll catch up with you guys later.
Are you sure? What if you can't find us? What if the star disappears? Then you'll really miss out. We don't have time to waste. Bye, Babushka. Bye, Babushka.
So Babushka went about cleaning up the place, shaking out the tablecloth, and dusting off the table. And when she finished those tasks, she found other tasks to do. And pretty soon she forgot all about catching up to the kings until she went to sweep under the table.
Oh no, the basket of toys. I was supposed to give these to the baby king. We'd better hurry.
When Babushka got outside and looked up into the sky, she didn't see the star, and she didn't know which way to go.
What should I do?
So she rushed into the village. And she began to ask the villagers if they had seen the three kings.
Have you seen three men with crowns? Do you know which way they went?
Yeah, I think they went that way.
Thanks.
So Babushka hurried off in the direction indicated by the villagers. Babushka climbed steep mountains. Almost there. She crossed hot deserts. She slid down snow-covered hills. She traveled for what seemed like months, until finally she came to a tiny town and the home of an innkeeper. But where is that innkeeper?
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for three kings and a baby king. Have you seen them?
Just over here, follow me.
So Babushka followed the innkeeper to a stable. But when she got there, she didn't see any kings or a baby king. Just a bunch of noisy animals.
Hee-haw, 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 hee-haw.
Well, they were here. I guess they've left.
Oh no, I'm too late. I missed them.
Now, Babushka had come much too far to give up so easily.
Well, maybe the baby king's around here somewhere. Maybe I can still find him.
Where should we look next?
Gracie, what are you doing here?
Mom said you had to come home now. You have a dentist appointment. Wait a minute. Are you the baby king? Baby king? Yeah, the baby king who was born under the star.
But since the baby didn't say a word, Babushka couldn't be sure. So she took a toy from her basket and gave it to the child.
Here you go, baby. Thanks.
And then Babushka went off into town, and to every child that she saw, she gave a toy from her basket in the hopes that one of them might be the baby king. And they say that to this day, Babushka is still searching for the king and handing out toys from her basket, which never seems to be empty. In fact, the more gifts she gives away, the fuller her basket becomes. And this is the reason that Babushka is known as the Russian Santa Claus.
That's me.
Listen, do you hear that sound? That's the sound of the anchor being hauled in. We haven't a moment to spare. We've got to get all of you on the boat before it leaves without us. Hurry!
What boat?
Oh no, the stuff from your bag. Do you want to leave it all behind in Russia?
Oh no! Of course not. Help me collect it all. Yeah, all right, where's the other stuff? Anybody seen it? Oh, good, good, good. All right, take your seats, everybody. Hurry!
2, please.
I can see that imagination is still working.
Here, I paid for you to go to first class.
Aw, how sweet of you. What about me, man?
Well, it looks like you're on your own this time, bud.
You, my friend, are the captain of this boat. And where's that first mate of yours?
Here I am.
Yes. Perfect. Now let's set sail. Looks like it should be smooth sailing today.
Goodbye, Russia. Goodbye, Babushka. I'll miss you. Don't be sad, Leah. If Babushka really is the Russian Santa Claus, maybe you'll see her again. Maybe she'll visit you this year. Yeah, maybe.
What is going on here? What did I tell you guys about inviting friends over when the babysitter's here?
But we didn't invite.
Oh, no. Don't worry. It's no trouble at all, really. More kids means more fun.
I was just leaving anyway, Mrs. Ellison.
But
I have to go Christmas shopping with my mom. But I had a lot of fun today. Thanks.
We were just leaving too. Come on, Gracie. Bye, Adam. Bye, Leah.
Well, I guess now that the ship is docked, now that you're home, I suppose I can be on my way too.
Thanks for coming. I'm really sorry about the full house you had. It won't happen again.
No, it's no problem, really. Well, I guess there's just one last thing to say then. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Adios. Sayonara. Arrivederci. Tschüss. Shalom.
See ya.
Hasta luego.
Mom, do you want to hear about a story that comes all the way from Russia and tells
Well,
about...
I'd love to, honey, but I gotta send a couple emails and I have to make a few phone calls first. What's this?
this is a reminder that you should never be too busy for what's truly important. Right, Babushka?
That's right.
Who's Babushka?
Well, I think you better sit down and find out.
But I have to make these phone
No
calls.
buts. You'll thank me someday.
Once, long ago, lived an old woman. Her name was Babushka. She lived at the very bottom of a very tall mountain.
Wow.
She was always very busy.
Just like me, huh?
Yeah.
Ooh, does it come open more?
But then, she got the opportunity of a lifetime.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I want to hear all about it. What happened?